Listen, check it out. Now, I gotta give y'all this weird parallel that I've seen in rap. Every time you see a top entertainer within rap, it always seems that they start to get some street alliances as they get to the top. And even if they started out as being the boy on Degrassi, or they started out by being the goddamn light-skinned dancing nigga from Virginia, by the time they get to the top of their craft where they're not the guy, they surrounded with so much gang and goon influences that they themselves start talking crazy. Now, this isn't only for men. It happens for women as well. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj started out nice, sweet girl. Of course, she was from New York. Nobody was saying she was ever pussy. But Nicki Minaj ain't been no gang member until this year. Now, if you look these days on social media, Nicki Minaj is throwing up blood gang signs. Now, she is like married or engaged to a guy who is like a popular blood member, but still, Nicki Minaj is taking on some of the traits of the people around her. Gangsta Mirage has been born. Now, if you remember also a year ago when the shoe throwing incident happened, when Cardi threw a shoe at her when she met her at it was like some gala or some shit like that. Basically, Nicki Minaj came out crying like, yo, look, y'all are letting people attack me. They're hooligans. They're just uncultured swines. They're thugs. How could y'all hype them up to attack me? Nicki Minaj wanted no smoke. The shoe almost connected with her fucking cranium and knocked some of the silicone out. But she dodged it like it was George Bush back like in the Middle East when they threw a shoe at his head, okay? Now, here's the thing. Do y'all think Nicki Minaj don't think she gangsta now? She's now dating some high-ranking gang member. She's around all type of gang shit. She's throwing up signs on Instagram. Her man got a pistol on Instagram showing off. You think she don't think that's her now? And I'm only giving this comparison because we don't realize that the Tekashi effect happens to everybody who gets around a certain type of shit. Now, let me give you the example. Of course, it's extreme with him. 6ix9ine, when he first started out with that whole like Treyway shit, like he wasn't like ordering hits on niggas. He was just like, okay, I'll just go with the flow. By the time he became one of the biggest rappers, he was telling niggas, yo, go get that nigga. You know why? Because you feel like you're the tough guy now. Now let's get to Nicki Minaj. Year removed from the shoe throwing incident, Nicki Minaj is having a fucking meltdown, okay? I mean, she is a legend at the end of the day. But right now, she's on a downward spiral. I've been telling people her last album would have flopped if she didn't beg 6ix9ine to get Fifi on it. And Fifi was about like 3/4 of all the sales. However, Nicki Minaj is in a very desperate stage of her career. She cannot really counteract why Cardi B is doing better than her numbers-wise. She tries to fall back on this argument, talking about at least I write, people don't care. And here's the biggest thing of it all. For all the new women who are popping up in hip-hop, Nicki Minaj is the only chick who's fucking unlikable. You just don't like her. She seems nasty, disgusting, doesn't seem like a good person. Now, she tries to put on this, I'm the Barbie to her fans publicly, but in reality, you hear stories from a lot of people about what she does behind the scenes. I've told you, way before I ever really got known, she tried to get me fired, except I wasn't working for no one. I was just making videos. Okay, she tried to get Charlamagne fired. She tried to threaten people to get beat up over all type of dumb shit. But here's the thing, and this is why it's very important. Nicki Minaj, like a couple days ago, slid in my DMs, and Nicki Minaj finally showcased her true colors. Now, she had asked me while I was in LA, she said, yo, you gonna be in New York this week? I said, yup. She said, and by the way, this was a couple days later. She said, and I've never seen this switch up. Listen to this. Who does this sound like to you? You've been mad since I made a joke about you with Joe on my show. The people you rep won't be able to stop your jaw from getting broke. Shrekky? What is Nicki Minaj talking about? What gang am I repping? The people you rep? Does Nicki think she's a blood? Is Nicki a blood? I don't even know. I'm not saying she is or she isn't. But goddamn it, Nicki talking spicy. Let's continue. She says, and this is where I believe she goes over the line. I know too much about your family for you to be playing with me, you hoe-ass rat. Where you at now? So I'm really thinking this got to be a joke. Like Gangsta Mirage, I've never seen this before. I've never seen Nicki really start like knowing that, yo, we live in an age of transparency. You're not going to just smile in public, threaten niggas in private, and think nobody ever connects the dots, okay? So I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, noted. Okay, thumbs up. She's like, where you at? So I'm like, wait, is she serious? So I continue to then say to her, I said, New York, as I said before, your threat is received, LOL. We'll see each other at some point. I'm sure. Take care, babe. This is where, bro, if this ain't a meltdown, I don't know what it is. She says, exactly, ho. Still sad Tekashi ain't here no more so you could try to get a sneak feel on his booty. Don't talk about a woman that run from a man. I'm glad it's received, rat. It won't be the only thing you will receive. Now, let me just put this in perspective, because Nicki Minaj, you're not going to get away with this lame-ass excuse. You're a clown. You're clowning out here. And when I say you're a clown, it's because your actions are clown-like. Recently, you're acting so erratic that everybody's saying, yo, the excuses you're making for your behavior really doesn't justify the behavior. Nicki Minaj, and if you ask her, she is now trying to get super mad at me because I'm criticizing a woman. What is wrong with criticizing women in hip-hop? Number one, I'm not criticizing that she's a woman. I criticize all rappers. First of all, I criticize all the niggas in the Chicago movement when I was covering that. I've criticized her ex-boyfriend, Meek Mill, which you'll hear me tell her after. I've criticized Drake, which is my favorite rapper. I've criticized a lot of niggas. Why do women get to use that? Why are you picking on women? It's not picking on women. You're a fucking rapper. If you don't want to get labeled and only put in the female rapper box, you are able to be criticized like other rappers, whether it be male or female. It's not a woman issue. But we live in 2019. Everything is a fucking women issue. Oh, men want to pick on women. Oh, men hate women. No, nigga. Sometimes it's legit criticism. Anyway, I was so, like, number one, this shit was so hilarious to me. I'm like laughing. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yo, this is the queen? Is this the queen? I said, sure. I said, just don't play the woman card on me. I criticized your ex Meek mad times. While you were with him, I've criticized everyone. I'm petty like the best of them, and so are you. I know. I know how to dish it, and I know how to take it. Okay? Now, she then went into basically involving her husband. Now, her husband ain't a rapper. Husband ain't a manager. Husband ain't a publicist. Her husband ain't even a rep for a record label. But she says, okay, cool. My husband want to speak to you. Send your Addy or your phone number. Nothing more to talk about. Now, I didn't respond. I said, man, and by the way, my thought wasn't complete from the last thing I said to her, so I was continuing to type. I said, yo, just like how you take offense to shit all the time, I take offense. Just that she could know my position, I take offense not at the name calling. And the name calling, which is, oh, she called me Alvin and the Chipmunk. I don't care about that. But I said one thing you did say in your little, because Nicki Minaj is playing the victim so well now. She comes up with these conspiracy theories of why people want her to lose and everybody else to win. Now, in one of those conspiracy theories, she said, Akademiks is basically under the control of this Atlantic Cardi B like monster that's meant to derail Nicki Minaj's greatness. And I'm like, get the fuck on out of here mentioning me in that bullshit. Mention everybody else. I got a brand. I got a reputation. I've worked for my shit. I'm not going to just let you throw me into some conspiracy theory and not defend myself. So I'm saying, I don't take offense to name calling. But you acting like I'm a female blog who cares more about appeasing any fan base more than, or making anyone look bad, whether it's for or against you. Your Atlantic conspiracy theories or whatever else that makes you feel good about the energy you're receiving from fans, insiders, and some artists ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just team me. Then she's like, aight, to send your number or your Addy. My husband wanna discuss something that's not okay. So I said, Nicki, stop playing dumb. You already know my addresses. You know the ones I frequent. You have my phone numbers because your fans leak them every fucking 2 months. And then it got to this last part, okay? Where I sent to her, and y'all got it. Listen, this is probably the funniest thing I've seen in a long while. She said randomly, because I went to sleep, because I was slumped off the Henny, I went on Twitch, and then I got back up. She said, last time I was in the studio with 6ix9ine, he told me he could tell that you were hoping he was really gay. in real life, and that you tried to touch him in that pool. The reason you mad is due to me and him being close before you went to jail. I didn't mean to hang out with your boyfriend. In your head, I only meant to do a dope song. Post that part. Alvin and the Chipfunk. You gonna be hurt. Now, Nicki Minaj, I don't know if you were trying to accuse me or even trying to shame me or saying, oh, yo, I think you're gay. Nicki, 99% of your audience is gay. I'm sorry. You can't use that line. Every time I've seen a barb, and I'm only going from my stats because my stats is the people who hit me up when you and your people leak my number. Most of the barbs are gay. So first of all, you can't really try to shame people for being gay when your whole fan base is gay. Okay? That's number one. Number two, this is how I know I got under your skin, because you're blatantly just making shit up. And even if you weren't making it up, I don't even give two fucks enough to care, but it's a good thing to laugh at. That's why I put it out there. So again, Nicki Minaj, while you're hot and bothered, I think you have probably gotten away with, over the years, bullying media personalities, bullying radio stations, bullying publications, bullying writers, bullying people who could cast a critical eye on you or your career or your moves. I just think that you've actually found the right one. Because, after going up toe-to-toe and having to go at some of the niggas who are also gangsters in the game, or even covering the war in Chirac, why does Nicki Minaj have me shook? No, you think you about to have me shook? Yeah, you got the right one. I'm petty with the best of them. We could go back and forth for days. I got about 3-4 months until it's the end of the year, and this is good content, okay? Get in the comment box, Mr. Guys, like and subscribe. Nicki Minaj is having a fucking meltdown, okay? I have said, and I will continue to do, Nicki, your solo songs, they're flopping. You need a crutch. Hot Girl Summer, not your song. You just bragged about, I got 3 BMI awards this year. I didn't even know. You know why you probably didn't know? None of them are your fucking song. You're a fucking feature. Fifi is 6ix9ine. You've been jacking it and claiming it like it's yours ever since he went to jail. Big Bang, I believe that was YG's song. And then the other track was, I believe, was a Yo Gotti song or some other song that wasn't fucking yours. Okay? Get a fucking solo hit and stop being so jealous of other women succeeding. Stop being so butthurt over people casting legit criticisms, and maybe you'll realize that, hey, you still have a great brand, you still have followers that are dedicated and brainwashed enough to support all your fuckery, which honestly is a really good thing. But maybe you would realize that with your whole career and lasting this long, there's nothing to be bitter about in your 13th or 15th year. Shut the fuck up, put out some good music, or just fall back and just gracefully bow out. You can't be the queen forever. And right now, it's the age of the new chicks, and you're like the old chick on the block, still trying to do the most and think that people are impressed by your old tricks. I'm sorry, it's a new day, and also it's a new day for even journalists and bloggers like myself. Can't be bullied like that. I'm gonna pull up. We gonna break your... We gonna do this. I know about your family. Nicki, cut it. Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Everybody drop a prayer for Nicki Minaj. Desperate. It's your boy Akademiks.